Hello students. Today we are discussing about indicators and measures of sustainable development. The ecological economists have measured sustainability in terms of the following criteria. Number 1, Peirce-Atkinson measure or PAM. It was proposed by Peirce-Atkinson and it is a measure of weak sustainability. It is an empirical application of Hartwig rule. According to this measure, whether a country is following the Hartwig rule by comparing the saving rate with the sum of depreciation of natural and man-made capital. So we can use the following equation to calculate the sustainable development under PAM. PAM is equal to S by Y minus dm by y minus dn by y. Here S you know savings, Y national income, and the dm is the depreciation of man-made capital. So m is denoted by man-made, okay, man-made capital. Then D means depreciation. dm is the depreciation of man-made capital and dn is the depreciation of natural capital. So this follows that sustainability assumption made in that natural capital and man-made capital are essentially regarded as identical in their ability to produce welfare. So, under this method, both natural and man-made capital are given equal importance for measuring the welfare. Okay, to produce welfare, both are equally important. And there are few criticisms for this measure. Number 1, it is difficult to measure depreciation of natural capital empirically, and it pays no attention to measure intra-generational fairness in the distribution of income. And the second measure of sustainability is the Index of Sustainable Economic Welfare. Daly and Cobb have formulated this Index of Sustainable Economic Welfare, and it is a genuine progress indicator. The approach is to adjust elements of the conventional national accounts for wider determinants of welfare in a somewhat ad hoc manner. These adjustments include an estimate for non-monetarized contributions to welfare, that is the services derived from unpaid household labor, then deducting those public expenditure that are defensive of environmental degradation, etc. are included in this method. So, the calculation method of this measure is ISEW. You know, I means the index of, then S means sustainable, E means economic, and W means welfare. Here CAJ, C adjacent, stands for Consumer Expenditure Adjusted to Account for Income Distribution. Okay, consumer expenditure adjusted for income distribution, and P for non-defensive public expenditure, G for growth in capital and net change in international position. G for growth in capital and net change in international position. W for estimate of non-monetized contributions to welfare. D for defensive private expenditure. E for cause of environmental degradation, and N for depreciation of natural capital. Okay, so ISEW is equal to C plus I plus C plus P plus G plus W minus D minus E minus N. Clear? A rising path of ISEW over time would indicate that an economy was being more sustainable, and a falling path would indicate the opposite. So, a rising ISEW measure means economy is in a more sustainable path. Okay, and vice versa means lowering or falling ISEW shows low sustainable development or sustainable path. And the third measure of sustainable development is Environmental Space Measure, ESM. It was developed by S. Bleek. Okay. ESM is essentially concerned with fairness of resource use in any one country. Fairness of resource use. It is related with fairness of resource use. as measured relative to world average use of that resources. Compared to world average use, how much a country is using a resource. How much fairly it is using, that one country is using a resource. That is regarding fairness of resource use. The technique involves comparing global mean use of a given resource expressed in per capita terms with national per capita consumption. So, it is expressed in per capita units with national per capita consumption. Okay, and the next method is ecological footprints measure, EFM. It is developed by Rees and Walker-Nagel as an indicator of sustainability. This is a land-based measure which essentially compare human demands in a country in terms of consumption with the extent to which those demands can be met from the land area in this country. Okay. Energy, food and timber consumption per capita are expressed in terms of land areas necessary to produce these amounts. So, this land area includes energy, food, timber consumption. How much energy, food, timber consumption is available for in a country for satisfying our needs. So, the land area, land-based, it is land-based area means, measure means it is considering the land area available to a country's people. Okay. So, these are the different measures of sustainability. One by one, again, we can say number 1, Peirce-Atkinson measure. Number 2, Index of Sustainable Economic Welfare. 3,